Good morning, dear students. Now we see Standard 7th Science Term 3 Unit 5 Animals in Daily Life. Now you are going to learn how animals are useful in our daily life. Animals are closely associated with human beings in their daily life. They are the greatest gift of nature. They are of great economic importance to our nation. Animals contribute many things for our use as food, clothing, and transportation. Let us learn the importance of animals and how to protect and maintain them. When we see animal products used as food. First one, milk. Milk is the daily essential product which is obtained from animals like cow, buffaloes, goats, and camels. Milk is necessary in our daily diet to prepare tea, coffee, ice creams, chocolates, sweets, and other related products. Highly recommended nutritive food containing protein and calcium are made from milk like paneer, cheese, cream, butter, ghee, and curd. Now we see about eggs. They are used in our daily diet to get energy and good health. It is highly nutritious and rich in protein. Eggs have 6 grams of high quality protein. A protein packed breakfast helps to sustain mental and physical energy throughout the day. Consuming egg daily is good for any age people. Now we see about meat. Animal meat is considered as the part of diet by most of the people. Meat consumption is considered essential for its nutritive values. Especially chicken breeding is done in large scale in the form of poultry farming for economic purpose. Now we see about poultry farming. Poultry are reared in large numbers and chickens being the most common one. Chickens are broadly of two types, layers and broilers. Layers are egg laying chickens and the broilers are ones that are reared for meat. Poultry farming requires safe and sufficient space for the birds, plenty of water, proper ventilation, and regular feed that is rich in proteins, fats, and vitamins. Poultry feed is comprised of maize, wheat, millet, and rice bran in mashed form and groundnut cakes. Now we see about the diseases of poultry. Salmonellosis that is caused by bacteria. Ranica disease is caused by virus. Aspergillus that is caused by the fungus. We see the animal products used as clothing. Animal hair has a great demand. The hair from goat and sheep is used for manufacturing woolen cloths, shawls, and blankets, mufflers, and socks. Similarly, horse hair is used as bristles in small painting brushes. Even fur of animals, including the skin, is used to make warm and modern style clothes. Now we see about the animal fiber. Some fabric fibers such as cotton, jute, silk are called natural fibers. Cotton and jute are examples of plant fibers. Wool and silk fibers are example of animal fibers. Wool is obtained from the fleece of sheep or goat. It is also obtained from the hair of rabbit, yak, and camel. Silk fiber is obtained from the cocoon of silkworm. We see about wool. Wool is the fiber derived from the fur of the animals of the Caprinae family, principally sheep. The hair of other mammals like goat, yak, alpaca, and rabbit may also be called wool. Mostly wool is produced from outer coat of sheep. The processing of wool involves 5 major steps. They are shearing, grading or sorting, washing or scouting, carding, and spinning. When we see the first step, shearing, the flesh of the sheep is removed from its body. This is called shearing. The second one is grading or sorting. The fleece from the same sheep may be different from different parts of the body. It is sorted out into separate piles of a similar nature. This is known as grading. Next one is washing or scouting. The shirred skin is washed thoroughly with soap or detergents to remove the dirt, dust, or grease. Next one is spinning. The web is drawn into narrowed strand and then passed through the spinning machines. The spinning machines twist the strands into yarn. The yarn is wound to form balls of wool. This yarn is either weaved into fabric or retained for knitting. Carding the dried wool is carefully removed. These fibers then pass through the rollers, which are covered with fine sheet of thin wire teeth. This process arranges the wool into a flat sheet called a web. We see the characteristic features of wool. Wool is resistant to heat, water, wear and tear. It absorbs moisture. Wool insulates against cold. So wool is a good insulator. It does not wrinkle easily. See the uses of wool. Wool is a multifunctional fiber with range of diameters that makes it suitable for clothing, household fabrics, and technical textiles. Two-thirds of wool is used in the manufacture of garments, including sweaters, dresses, coats, and active sport wears. Blended with other natural or synthetic fibers, wool used as sacks, drap, and crease resistance blanket, anti-static and noise absorbing carpets. We see about the silk. Silk is the secretions of the silk. Silk is obtained from the cocoon of silkworms which feed on the mulberry leaves. Silkworms live for a very short time, only about 2 months. During this period, they pass through four stages of development. They are eggs, caterpillars, cocoon, and adult moth. These stages are called life cycle of a silkworm. The cultivation and production of silk is known as sericulture. An adult female silk moth lays about 500 eggs. The eggs are hatched. The eggs are then kept in cold storage for 6 weeks. The eggs are placed in the incubator. After about 10 days, the eggs hatch out and the larvae spend the next 35 days eating mulberry leaves. The silkworm spends about 5 days producing silk and spinning its cocoon of a single long thread. The cocoons are boiled to make it easier to unwind the silk and kill the pupae inside. If the silk moth were yellow to hatch, the long silk fibers will get turned to by the hatching of more. Cocoons are unwind and then the individual silk filaments is released, reeled together to form a thread large enough for weaving. The silk thread is clean, dyed, woven into fabric. We see the characteristics features of silk. Silk is very soft, comfortable, and versatile. It can be easily dyed. It is the strongest natural fiber. It has a poor resistance to sunlight exposure. Now we see the uses of silk. Silk has natural beauty and elegance. It gives comfort in warm weather and warmth during colder months. It is used in the manufacture of classical and high fashion clothes, modern dresses, particularly silk sarees, the elegant of beautiful dresses. It is also used in household for making wall hangings, curtains, rugs, and carpets. It is also being used in the manufacture of surgical threads for sutures. Now we see the hazards in silk and wool industry. In silk industry, people affected by arthritis stand for a long time. Back pain, urinary problems, skin injuries, respiratory problems like asthma, bronchitis, poor ventilation, various chemical and detergent allergies of the skin. They affect by anthrax bacterium leads to the fatal death. Anthrax is by Bacillus anthracis, contaminated hair, live hair processing. The symptoms are fever, cough, and shortness of breath, nausea, vomit, and diarrhea. We see the treatment. Penicillin or ciprofloxacin is given as the best medicine for the treatment of anthrax. The spread of the disease is controlled by vaccination of animals and by burning or burial of infected animal carcasses. It is the duty of the employer to take care of the industrial workers by providing hygienic and well ventilated work area. Sericulture and Ahima silk. Sericulture or silk farming is the cultivation of silkworm to produce silk. It is the rearing of silkworms to obtain silk. We see about the Ahima silk, it known as DP silk. Making silk without killing the silkworm in 1992, thus the Kusuma Raja Government of Israel. Humani method worms to hatch and waken cocoons. Traditional silk is the boiling cocoons in shorting out the threads later used in silk production that is supported for the welfare of animals. Now we see the animal protection and maintenance. Students go through the picture. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has released 4 new cassette notifications under the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960 to regulate dog breeders, animal marketers, aquarium and pet fish owners. This progress has come about as the joint effort by animal protection groups. With the protection of animals, we actually protect ourselves and protect the environment. So we have to love and protect the animals and treat them as our members. Thank you, students.